Sitting here outside of my beautiful pool house, drinking coffee, drinking water, doing push-ups, essentially just doing what feels good, doing what takes no effort, doing what makes me more powerful, doing what makes me move faster. I have a little bit of phlegm in my lungs, a little bit of impurities here, a little bit of impurities there. The solution to all of that is to go for a run. Grab a bottle of water, go for a run around the neighborhood. It will make me extremely shredded. It will make me extremely shredded. And it will remove all impurities. Speed my body up, I'll get all that stuff out of me. That's what I need. I gotta get more shredded. But also just like, those are literally just subconscious programs from my past. I always say, get more shredded, get really big and strong. And it's just like, that's true, but there are fat, ugly, repulsive salesmen who make more money than me. I'm not gonna be able to get more shredded once the central bank digital currencies hit and everything becomes controlled. I'm not gonna be able to just reward myself all day and drink nice coffee and do push-ups unless I have millions and millions of dollars to buy carbon credits. So I'm out here, standing in my fucking pool house in the sun, just blindly allowing time to pass. Why am I doing that? It's just freaking weird. Coffee number one, done. Coffee. Cigarillo number one. It's funny because the human mind can imagine absolutely anything. You can literally imagine anything. I can imagine myself being the president of the United States on top of the Empire State Building, giving a speech to the people, or I can, let's say, how about I imagine myself swimming all the way across that fucking lake. Imagine me swimming across that lake. You can imagine absolutely anything, but that does not mean it's actually going to happen. Just because you imagine something, just because you have a really cool thought or an idea, does not mean it's going to fucking happen. A lot of the times, it's the smartest people who don't achieve what they want. They end up being like gay little nerds who ended up just stuck working all the time. And the reason I'm saying this is because it's just really, really important. It's the low IQ people who have extremely strong wills, who are literally just too autistic to be stopped. Like, how do I say this? All the NBA champions, all the greatest competitors, a lot of billionaires, a lot of extremely strong-willed, motivated people. They weren't the highest IQ, they were the most motivated. So if you're just stuck having a really big brain, sitting with your thoughts all day, just thinking all day, just fucking cringe. Your feelings are motivators for action. My back hurts a little bit. I feel a little bit of pressure in my back. So I'll start to stretch, start to move around a little bit. Your feelings are motivators for action. When you look over the edge of a cliff and you get really anxious and all the air leaves your body, it literally wants you to slow down and go into a little ball and hunker down. That's the fear response. Feelings are motivators for action. When you're in fear, the body wants you to sit down like this, be like, oh, I'm scared. Let's say, how about this? Let's say I throw this lighter at your face. You're gonna react, you're gonna be like, oh, that's another response. It's gonna throw at you, you're gonna feel an emotion, fear, just, get it out of the way. So I know I'm being a little bit schizophrenic right now, but your feelings are motivators for action, bro. So Dopamine is the chemical of repetition. How you do one thing is how you do everything. If I see somebody and they're scrolling on TikTok all day, wake up, eating food, drinking water, scrolling on TikTok, living in constant reward, I see that. And all I see is just like, all you're doing is adapting to your environment, no matter what. What do we do other than adapt to our environment? That's all we do anyways, right? So, at the end of the day, your environment is one aspect of your life, and your conscious will is the other aspect. So I'd be lying to say if my environment didn't have an impact on me, because I sound like this. I'm from Boston. I say coffee. I'm from Boston, bro. It's like I like clam chowder and hot dogs. It's not my fault, bro. It's just where I grew up, you know? It's like I grew up smoking weed just because a lot of people around me smoked weed. It wasn't like, you just couldn't really avoid it. I mean, maybe if I had extremely strong principles in my mind, and from birth, I was raised to be an extremely motivated and disciplined person, and I didn't waste time on that shit, maybe it would have gone differently. But because of my environment and my conscious will at the time, that is what I chose. I could have chosen something differently. Imagine I woke up and I became the best esports streamer, or I became the best Fortnite player, the best soccer player, whatever it is. I could have done anything with my time, but I chose to play volleyball, and I chose to play video games, and I chose to smoke weed, and I chose to message all those girls, and I chose to fucking blow up all these relationships. And it's just like, your life is a product of your choices. And if you don't want to admit that, then you're not a man. At the end of the day, all you can really do is try your absolute best, try your hardest. And I don't mean try really hard and give it your all, give it 100% attention for a couple minutes or a couple hours, and as soon as you don't see a result and you get tired and you get bored and you quit. That's not what I mean. I mean, give something 100% effort, work every second of every day, forever and ever and ever and ever, and just do nothing but work. If you do absolutely nothing but just work all day and work and work and work and work and work, don't you think eventually you'll be a fucking businessman? Like, don't you think it would just eventually just happen? So it's crazy, because I am here in fucking beautiful sunny Florida. Look how beautiful this place is. I'm literally living in the fucking tropics, bro. I used to live in New England where it was cold as shit. My point being is you can do absolutely anything. I'm sitting out here smoking a cigarette, drinking my coffee. Because I fucking feel like it. So, your feelings are motivators for action. Whether you realize it or not, from today until the end of time, you're always going to have feelings, you're always going to have emotions, you're always going to have subconscious programs, subconscious thoughts in the back of your mind that you don't really realize. That's why they're subconscious. You're not aware of them. To make the subconscious conscious takes a lot of meditation or a lot of work and a lot of constant planning to where you actually understand what things in your life are serving you and moving you forward, and what things in your life are a distraction, they're slowing you down, they're moving you backward. So listen, it's just so simple. If you become a bodybuilder and get really fucking shredded, like me, let me look it in the sun so you can. Ooh, baby. I'm huge, bro. Huge, bro. So, that's why I say get more shredded. Because if you are down here in beautiful sunny Florida doing push-ups and drinking coffee all day, and you're shredded, you're genuinely going to feel like you want to go to work. And that is how you win. You feel like working. And I don't mean in like a really gay way that, oh, well, you have to act how you feel and you have to cater to your emotions and you have to feel good all the time. Life's about being happy. That's fucking gay. Happy is a synonym for gay if you look it up in the dictionary. I didn't say it. It's already in the book, bro. But I'm saying it's a lot more easier when your feelings, your emotions, your animal instincts to survive are the things that are pushing you towards your goal, making you chase that end result. So when I'm on a door, if I'm gonna go knock on doors, I'm gonna have 100 houses lined up. I'm gonna hit every single house. I'm gonna know exactly where to go. I have my exact plan, and then I can just follow directions the whole time. Knock on doors, knock on doors, knock on doors, knock on doors for 6 fucking straight hours until I've completed the list and knocked on every door I was supposed to and talked to all the homeowners. That's the job. It's just planning and pattern recognition. So what can I do better? What is the absolute best use of my time right now? To be knocking fucking doors. Yeah, that's the best use of my time. Knocking on doors. It's just true. So if you don't have what you want, why would you reward yourself now and make things easy and make things slow? If you do not have what you want, why would you reward yourself now? It does not make any sense. I say as I rip a cigarette. With me, Liam Danger Ross, let's get real here. So me, I have this limiting belief that I have to feel good and that I have to be perfect and that everything has to be perfect and magical and everything feels good in order for me to survive, in order for me to save the world. But the only thing you're guaranteed in this life is death. Every time I smoke weed, every time I watch porn, every time I reward myself, instant gratification, evil, shallow, empty, demonic habits. The thought that goes through my head is this. Well, I can reward myself now because I know eventually, because of how cool I am and how special I am and how I deserve everything, that I can waste all this time and just smoke weed all day because eventually when I'm shredded and when I'm perfect and beautiful, everything will just go easy and everything will be perfect and easy. And that is the definition of Satan worship. I don't like this God-given present moment, the greatest gift God could ever give you, the present moment right now. Nah, I don't want the present moment. I'm just gonna do as much as I can to avoid my thoughts right now and just make my mind turn empty and just avoid all my thoughts just so I can pray that some new future reality is gonna happen. It's like the present moment is here for a reason. The greatest gift God could give you, the present moment. There's nobody in this universe who can see the world from your perspective. So, how do you use your personal experience and your perspective to your advantage? So it's like me, when I'm really famous in the future and I'm going on all these podcasts and I'm telling my story about how I was in high school and I played football and then I played volleyball and then I did band and chorus and I was an opera singer and I traveled across the country. And then I went to college to play volleyball, and then I went to rehab, and then I started doing door-to-door sales, then I started this online money, then I started this, then I started that. It's like everything I'm saying is the truth because it happened to me from my experience. Someday, if you become great, People are gonna wanna hear your story, but they're not gonna wanna listen to you unless you become great. So Tate right now, he's so famous, right? So Tate can pretty much say anything he wants. He can sell a supplement called Fire Blood that tastes like absolute shit, and people will buy it. I bought it. I don't know why I did. It's just marketing. I just felt like buying it. And it's just like, it tastes horrible. It's true. But because somebody's that famous, you could pretty much get away with anything, right? So unless you are shredded, unless you are a winner, unless you have everything you want, people aren't going to want to listen to you. So why would you reward yourself when you could be working? Do you understand? Get more shredded. Chase the target in front of you. Everything you have right now is there for you to move you forward. Nothing is there to work against you. The only thing that could possibly work against you is your own mind. So get more shredded.